This conference will now be
annual
recorded.
election meeting. So I'm calling this meeting to order and it is 12:06 and today's date is Wednesday, May the 27th, 2026. First item is roll call. Willis County.
Here.
City of Bronzeville.
City of Harlingen. City of Edinburgh.
Here.
City of Mission.
Here.
City of Westaco.
Present.
Cameron County. Hidalgo County. City of Lyford.
Here.
City of Donna. Sullivan City.
Present.
City of Mercedes. City of South Padre Island.
Here.
City of McAllen.
Present.
City of FAR. City of Raymondville.
Present.
City of San Benito. City of San Juan. UTRGV. South Texas College. TSTC.
Present.
Mr. Troy Allen. Mr. Ernesto Cavazos. Mr. Jim Darling.
Present.
Mr. Oscar Garcia.
Present.
Mr. Andres Chavez.
Present.
And Ms. Lupita Sanchez.
Present.
We have quorum.
Okay, thank you so much. The next item is invocation. So please stand.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we begin this meeting by giving you thanks for the opportunity to gather here today. Merciful God, you remind us in your words that you're always with us and will never leave us. You are the place where we can find refuge, comfort, and peace. Open our ears so we can hear your voice and our hearts to receive your word. Guide us during our discussions here today as we conduct business that will affect citizens of the Rio Grande Valley. Give us the clarity of mind to act in their best interest and not ours. We pray that this meeting is successful, productive, and blessed. Please, Lord, protect our men and women of the military, bring them home safe, and grant your healing to those families who have lost a loved one. Almighty God, we give you the glory for what we accomplish. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. The item, second item is consider and of the approval of the minutes for January 28th, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Ms. Lupita, motion. Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item is a report on caucus results to seat new board members.
Yes, Madam President, and good afternoon, everybody, all board members. Obviously, we do have a rainy day today, so thank you for all the ones that are joining us online. Just as a reminder for those joining online, which I think I see everybody camera on, that is a requirement. You must have your camera on if you're online. So thank you for joining us. Sorry about the weather. So hopefully nobody sustained any flooding, serious flooding. And so we move on throughout the day. So thank you again for showing up today. So just wanted to brief everybody. This is not an action item under the annual elections meeting. And so just wanted to recap and make you aware of what transpired here the last during this month. We had a very busy month. Obviously, we did hold numerous meetings or caucus meetings from the different disciplines or entities that represent the board of directors. And so just for your knowledge, we did have a meeting of the member cities with a population between 10,000 to 24,999. And so for those members, they remained as previous. So City of Mercedes, Mayor Montoya, City of Dana, Mayor Moreno, and Raymondville, Commissioner Gonzalez. So there's no changes in that category. The next one, it would be the 3 directors representing member cities with a population under 10,000. Those are the small cities categories. And so you'll see in your screen, and those members, we did have 2 new members that came on or were nominated during our meeting on May 6th. From South Padre Island, we have Mayor McNulty, which Commissioner Aaron Hartwell is joining us today. So thank you so much for being on. And I'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself here in a minute. And so we have a new mayor from Lyford that joined, Mayor Morales, and Sullivan City remain, has no changes there. So we did have 2 directors representing the educational institution. They met on May 14th. There was no changes. We did have the 2 members of special government units. There was no changes there as well. And then we have 1 director representing grassroots organizations. That's Ms. Lupita Sanchez, no changes there. And so at this time, I want to again welcome the new members from South Padre and Lyford. And at this time, if you would like to say a few words, please feel free to unmute yourself, or if you're here in the room, by all means, you're welcome to. Ms. Hartwell?
Hi, thank you so much, Mr. Cruz, and pleasure to meet you all. I apologize that I couldn't be there in person. At about 10:30, the thunderstorm hit South Padre Island, and our city secretary and I decided not to take the trek up there, but I definitely look forward to meeting you all. I am a newly elected official, went through a runoff, and I was sworn in January. But I'm really excited to join your board. And I also currently serve on the Small Cities Advisory Board for TML. Again, I'm excited to meet you all in person.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And Mr. Morales, is he? There you go.
Paulo Morales, Mayor, Light City of Lyford, first year mayor, been on council 16 years consecutive. It's a pleasure to be here and honored to work with you in these big cities. You know, look like I'm the smallest one here, so, but you know, I'll be hanging on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. And that's it. That concludes my report for item number 3.
Okay. So we'll move on to item number 4, which is act on recommendations of nominating committee.
Yes, ma'am. For this item number 4, act on recommendation of the nominating committee. The nominating committee met on May 19th. So we do have 2 action items, and you'll see them in your packet on your screens. The first action item, A, election of 5 members at large to serve on general membership for the 2026-2027 term. And so that the list of members are on your screen, and that would be Ms. Ann Cass, Mr. David Panoli, Mr. Oscar Garcia, Mr. Jim Darling, and Mr. Andres Chavez. And that requires an action.
Okay, so there's a motion to accept the nominating. Okay, and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Right, the next item under item number 4, excuse me, item B, election of officers for the 2026-2027 term. Again, that information is also available on your screens. And just for the record, the nominating committee recommends the following slate of officers for the 2026-2027 term. And usually, they ascend and descend. And so the next president, upcoming president, would be Judge Guerra, and Mayor Nori Gonzalez would trickle down to the treasurer's position, and everybody moves up a slot. And so this is, comes as a recommendation and requires action.
Motion to.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the slate of officers as presented. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you so much and congratulations to everyone. Judge? Thank you. Okay, I don't think there is any new or unfinished business, so we'll move on to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn? There's a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. All right, so we'll move on to our regular directors meeting. I'm calling this meeting to order at 12:17. Again, today's date is May 27th, 2026. We will have roll call, just to be sure we didn't lose anyone.
Okay, Willacy County. City of Brownsville. City of Harlingen. City of Edinburgh. City of Mission.
Present.
City of Westaco.
Present.
Cameron County. Hidalgo County. City of Lyford.
Here.
City of Donna. Sullivan City. City of Mercedes. City of South Padre Island.
Here.
City of McAllen. City of FAR. City of Raymondville. City of San Benito. City of San Juan. UTRGV. South Texas College. TSTC.
Present.
Delta Lake. Willacy County Navigation District. Mr. Jim Darling. Mr. Oscar Garcia. Mr. Andres Chavez. And Ms. Lupita Sanchez.
Present.
We have quorum.
City of Brownsville is here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All righty, we will move on to item number 2, which is consideration and action to approve minutes from April the 29th, 2026. There's a motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item is public comment, and we do have someone signed up. Rick Carrera?
Yes, Mr. Rick Carrera, sign up for public comment.
Yes. Welcome, Rick.
Good afternoon, esteemed members of the board. I'll keep my comments brief. Some of y'all may be aware I'm now the artist formerly known as an LRGBTC employee, but nevertheless, I do work for the Council for South Texas Economic Progress, otherwise known as COSTEP. We're a regional economic development authority here, and we cover 7 counties of deep South Texas along the Texas-Mexico border. We have that region split amongst 2 regions. One would be the Rio Grande Valley region, and one would be the Laredo region. What I come to you this morning, or actually, beg your pardon, this afternoon, is just to explain that we will be sending everybody out our latest report, which outlines the benefits of manufacturing and manufacturing recruiting efforts and how it interplays with the entire economic development spectrum and how it interplays with retail and logistics and warehousing. More importantly, what we want to outline is the fact that recruiting more manufacturing industry to the area has a much greater dollar amount and ripple effect than perhaps recruitment of retail or some other industries. Granted, this isn't the front page news to anybody. Anybody who's been involved with economic development for some time would know this, but it's always good to have this quantified with data that we have obtained through a third-party consultant. In addition to this study, we'll be sending out another report that outlines what the benefits of would be for the Rio Grande Valley if it was one MSA, because I know that talk's been going around for quite some time now, and we wanted to quantify that as well. Again, this is just kind of a heads up, if you will, that we'll be sending this report to everybody that's here and perhaps some of your other elected officials and your economic development professionals. But I'm open for questions. I have some copies with me here today. I think I'll be here till the end of the meeting, but if anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask.
Any questions? No? Okay, thank you. So, next item, Mr. Cruz, is consideration on the nominating committee from,
Yes, next item is item 4 under administration, consideration action on recommendations from the nominating committee. You will see on your screen, this comes from obviously the previous board, the elections committee. The recommendation recommend 5 citizen members at large to the LRGVDC general membership to be elected by the general membership at its annual election meeting, which is today. So as you can see on the screen, the members that are being presented for the 2026-2027 term are pretty much the same. Mr. Garcia, Mr. Panoli, Ms. Cass, Mr. Darling, and Mr. Chavez. This requires board action of the 5 members.
all right, there's a motion and a second to approve as presented. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Next item under 4A2, selection of 3 at-large members to be elected to the 2026-2027 Board of Directors. So just so don't want to confuse anybody, but it is quite a task that we have to go through. During early this month, as I mentioned, the nominating committee met, and so we do have a total of 10 members at large, 5 from the general membership, and then 5 from the Board of Directors. Out of those 10, 3 were selected to sit and represent members at large. And so this is where this action item comes from. And so the members that are being nominated or recommended here before you all today would be Mr. Jim Darling, Mr. Oscar Garcia, and Mr. Andres Chavez. This does require board action.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the 3 at-large members for the 26-27 Board of Directors. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. The next item is a ratification action that was taken prior, and it was to purchase some Dell Pro laptops and docking stations.
Yes, this item as ratification to this board. The committee met earlier this month on the 19th to review this item and recommended approval. So this is just to replace equipment that was damaged due as a result of the March 2025 flooding event that happened in Harlingen. So we did request some assistance from HHS. And so luckily they did have disaster monies available. And so they're providing us with that so we can replenish what we lost in that flooding event. And so the executive committee is recommending approval.
There's a motion and a second to approve the action taken previously to purchase some Dell Pro laptops and docking stations. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Next item.
Okay, the next item is item B, Executive Director's Report. But before I move into that, as you know, May is elections. And so obviously we just had one action item that transitioned the officers for the board, the executive committee. And so every year we nominate a new president. And so the next one, as mentioned, is Judge Guerra from Willacy County that's coming up. But, you know, before he takes on his first meeting next month, welcome, by the way. And so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it depends on the situation. And so before he takes on the gavel, we do have Mayor Nori Gonzalez Garza to honor here today. And we can go up to the podium just to present. And so as you can see, we did upgrade the plaque a little bit. No disrespect, Mayor Sepulveda. Even though you were with us for a year and a half, right? So things are changing, so thank you. So I just want to say a few comments, because I know, this has not been a very good past year. After not, it wasn't a result of Mayor Sepulveda's presidential, but it was just the other president at the national level. But when Mayor Nori Gonzalez Garza took on the gavel, obviously there was a lot of turmoil with the current administration up at the federal level, with funding. And so she didn't come on, to be president. It wasn't smooth sailing. So we had to go jump through hoops and keep her aware and informed, just as we did Mayor Sepulveda on the current situation, because this obviously happened back in March when the new executive orders started coming up. And so we almost lost a couple of programs, which I highly doubted at the time we would, because as you know, COGS do not exist just in the Lower Rio Grande Valley. They exist in Texas, they exist across the nation. So if they cut a program, they're going to cut pretty much the entire nation. One of them was AAA, our Area Agency on Aging. First off, back in March, that was going to be one of the ones that would be cut off from funding for our elderly. Since then, we've been battling, still trying to get the Homeland Security funding passed. And luckily, this past month, the president finally signed the bill. So Homeland Security is going to be funded, because that is another program under the COG. So as you can see, there was a lot of work Mayor Nori had to do and support, a lot of advocacy work with us. So at this time, we'd like to recognize and express our sincere appreciation to Mayor Nori Gonzalez Garza for her dedicated service as president of the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council from May 28, 2025 through May 27, 2026. Throughout her term, Mayor Garza provided steady leadership, professionalism, and a strong commitment to regional collaboration and public service. Under her leadership, the board continued to advance initiatives and programs that support the communities and residents of the Lower Rio Grande Valley. On behalf of the Executive Committee, staff, and member governments of the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council, we extend our gratitude for the time, guidance, and dedication given during this year of service. It is an honor to present this plaque in recognition and appreciation of her leadership and contributions to our region. Congratulations. And I do want to call up Judge Guerra, if you don't mind coming to pass the gavel, so to speak, to the next president. And say a few ongoing words before I give the floor to Mayor.
Sure. Well, first of all, is thank you for what you do. And as a matter of fact, I think it's also appropriate to recognize everybody's time to make it successful, right? But especially you went through some hard times, and good that everything came out okay. And you were a very, very influential support, and you were able to come through when we needed somebody, we needed a leader. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Okay. I would just like to thank everyone for this beautiful plaque. It's been a very quick year, actually. A lot has happened in the last year. It has been a little rough, but we have a great team and a great captain right here. So I think it's been the waters have been choppy, but I think we're going to go on to safer waters, hopefully.
I wasn't a neighbor.
There you go. There you go. Okay, very good. Well, then my analogy is correct. So I just want to thank everyone, and this is so sweet of everyone. So I'm still going to be here. So thank you. And it's been a pleasure, and I want to thank the whole team, every one of you guys. Thank you. And I do very well with the rest of that. Okay, Manny,
Alrighty,
thank you.
so we'll let the judge off easy today. He'll take on the chair next month. So on to executive director's reports. As I do every month, just wanted to acknowledge and present the new folks that joined us at the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council. And so first and foremost, from Community Economic Development Department, we have Mr. Rigo Davila. He's our program specialist 2. I believe he's here today, so raise your hand. Thank you for joining. Under Valley Metro, we did receive 4 individuals to join the team. Mr. Guillermo Escamilla, Mr. Elias Leal, Pablo Cordoba, and Ms. Margarita Atkins joined the Valley Metro team. And in addition to that, I do have some updates. Just want to make everybody aware. I don't think MPO is here, so I won't steal their thunder since they're not here. But I'll just mention real quick, there are 2 funding opportunities that just they came up here in the last month or so. So just wanted to make everybody aware. Under FTA Section 5310 program, we have about 2.3 million available. The call for projects was in April last month. And so it's closing May 29th. So in a few days, that is closing at 5 o'clock. So submit your applications. And so the obligation for those funds should be in August. And so most recently, the MPO, I think this month, they met on the 20th last week. So they have Category 7 funding available. That's roughly about $41 million that's available for the region, for the MPO region coverage area. And so it closes, or actually it opened May 20th. It closes June 19th. So it's a 30-day window opportunity to submit your applications. The TAC, Technical Advisory Committee, will evaluate the applications between June 22nd to the 29th and approve the rankings somewhere around August 19 or September, and they will be bringing those to the policy board for final approval. So again, potential funding, if you're interested, please log on to the RGV MPO website. You'll find all there is to know in reference to the grant opportunities there. So, and like I mentioned, my last update would be funding. As you know, the president signed the Department of Homeland Security funding. It passed and signed into law this past month. And so we do have a program under Homeland Security, and that's, if you recall, that program, we do provide funding availability to our first responders so they can buy all their equipment to respond. So that is the updates that I have for you, pending any questions.
Any questions? Okay, we'll move on to department reports, Community and Economic Development.
Good afternoon, everybody. This afternoon, I've got one agenda item. I'm asking for consideration and action to approve the nomination of our non-entitlement community considered to be appointment to the Unified Scoring Committee of the Texas Department of Agriculture. And it's going to be Mr. Medina. It's the same one as it was last year. He did step up for it. But this year they actually allowed us to have an alternate, and Mr. Jared Hakama has stepped up to be the alternate. So today I'm asking for approval to be our USC rep to be Mr. Medina and our US alternate to be Mr. Jared Hakama.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion and a second to approve the USC nominated appointees. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. And I just have a couple of announcements. First and foremost, wanted to let y'all know that tomorrow here in the Ken Jones right here, we're going to be having the AI data centers workshop, the second part. Okay, it's starting at 2 o'clock. We'll be hosting it here from 2 to 4. If you're interested to come into this AI data centers workshop, the second part, it'll be here tomorrow at 2. We also have on June 17th in this same workshop, COSTEP, Mr. Rick Carrera, my ex-predecessor, he will be doing a workshop on the COSTEP data systems. It is a hands-on workshop. We're going to be asking anybody who wants to learn the data system to bring their laptop, bring a tablet, because he will be doing a hands-on training. Again, that's on June 6th, 17th here at 10 a.m. A couple of other announcements. EDA currently has funding available for disaster and public infrastructure. They are rolling applications. So if you're interested in looking at some infrastructure funding or disaster funding, EDA does have the applications open at this moment. We do have right now Region M. We have an RFP open for the 7th cycle for the Region M plan. That has just been opened up and it closes on June the 30th. If anybody's interested, let us know. And then finally, my final announcement, Felipe, there you go. So I love this announcement. So we went to tour our Swiffer program in action on May the 12th in Mission. As excited as we were about being there, I think the kids were double excited that we had a celebrity in the house with Mayor Nori. So Mayor Nori, thank you so much for joining us. But guys, I do want to tell you, this was amazing. The kids did fabulous work. This project is very exciting to see. Anybody, if you've never seen part of the food composting, the worm process is really cool. Over to the end over here, those are actual worms. If nobody's excited, we were real excited to take a picture of worms because they are still alive in this heat. They're doing their process. But I just want to ask Mayor Nori if she wants to get a few words. We did want the kids to come in today to give their stories, but it is the final week. Mission was hard to get them here. So we will be working on something for next year, getting videos or something. But Mayor.
It was really, really exciting and refreshing to see the excitement in these kids' faces because they are truly, truly committed to their projects. And they're talking about how not only is it helping them, learning about stuff, but also their social interaction. It's these kids now are just on their tablets all the time.
Yes.
And it was so nice and neat to see them actually working with their hands and getting dirty. Actually.
Yeah.
So it was a really, really great experience. I want to thank you for what you're doing and getting out there and involving the kids, because this is memorable for them.
Yeah.
I just can't, I was really, really, truly excited about their commitment and they're excited.
Yes. And I think they were extra excited when Mayor Nori reached down and grabbed some cherry tomatoes and ate them.
Yes, and ate them.
Yeah, and she
They were
did.
actually pretty tasty.
She ate them and she walked away. They gave her a carrot and they gave her an onion and some flowers. So she did walk away with some fruit
Yes.
and some veggies. But again, Mayor,
Yes.
thank you so much. And guys, we are extending this project. Will be started in Mercedes, the city of Mercedes, this summer for the enrichment. We are targeting Raymondville next year in the fall, and we are targeting, I'm missing Rio Hondo. So hopefully Rio Hondo, Raymondville will take off in the fall. Mercedes will kick off this summer in enrichment, and Mission is leading the way for our region. So just a reminder, there is a food composting curriculum available free of charge for anybody. If you're interested, let us know, and we will send it to you once it's been approved by TCEQ. But other than that, thank you so much. And again, Mayor, thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
And you do have my report. If anybody has any questions with all the wonderful work we do, don't hesitate and reach out and let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
On behalf of the County Commissioners Board, thank you for putting in contact with Judge Anson.
Yes.
Armstrong County. That helped a lot.
Yeah.
Having to do with data centers. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Judge. I couldn't think of somebody better for you to talk to than Judge Ency because he was amazing. And so I'm very grateful to do that. And we're here to help everybody that way. All right. Thank you so much.
Explain a little bit about that, Judge?
Yes.
What's that?
Yes.
Because I think that seems to be an issue that's ongoing. So can you explain a little bit about that project?
Sure. Well, specifically, as you know, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And there's basically three things, right? Water usage, the power that's going to be needed to run one of these, and then the environment, right? And I'll assure you with what I know thus far is that those seem to have been looked at carefully, and the water usage is minimal now. They have done some breakthroughs on the pooling of the power. As you know, Willacy County has we got about 7 or 8 projects of windmills, so we got plenty of energy that had been spoiled, that's now going to be utilized. But the conversation I had with Judge Inzi had to do more with what is it that these companies do for the community, right? And it starts, and a lot has to do with the abatements that they're asking for, right? But as you know, in any county, there's a lot of tax entities. And so not only are they contributing to the county budget per se, but also for all other tax entities. And so I think it's a win-win. I think we're being as transparent as we can, knowing that we are the only ones in the valley that are having this data center. We have approved the first phase. It's minimal, 0 water usage. It brings between 35 and 45 million of value, which is minimal. But the phase 2 and the phase 3 are astronomical in value. And so I don't want to go into the specifics because we're in the middle of negotiating abatements, but needless to say, it helped a lot to have this conversation with a judge and a commissioner's court that actually went through it. It's a very tiny population, 15,000, the whole county. Their budget, it's about 3 million. And so you have this enormous project and it makes a big difference to a county. So I learned a lot. So thank you, Ms. Gonzalez.
Thank you. Very good. Okay.
Okay, next item is item B, Health and Human Services. Margarita.
Good afternoon, everyone. And first and foremost, again, thank you so much for all the advocacy and for your presence every single time. I need your support in advocating and fighting for the services that our aging population needs here. I have 2 significant items today. The first one is going to be the consideration and action to approve the final Lower Rio Grande Valley Area Plan fiscal year 27 through 29, following the conclusion of the public comment period and incorporation of any edits received. The edits that were received were just minimal. The plan that you have in your hands that we provided today reflects all of the changes, which were basically one made to the organizational chart, updating a housing navigator position that will no longer be available, and also the percentages that I had mentioned last month. Other than these 2 changes and updates, there were no other information added.
Any questions or motion?
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the final financial plan for 27-29.
27 through 29, that's correct.
Okay, very good. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
And now I do have a critical program update that I will read to you exactly how we received it from HHS. Although you did receive it with my monthly status report, I am required to make the public announcement of it. So on May 7 of 2026, the ADRC received formal notification from the Texas Health and Human Service Commission that the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services has required budget cuts to the Money Follows the Person grant for the year 2026 funding. As a result, HHSC has directed that certain Money Follow the Person funded activities be discontinued effective no later than May 31st of 2026. The following 2 programs are directly impacted and must be closed out: Housing Navigator Program and the Local Contact Agency Project. And so those were actually the updates that were made to the organizational chart and to the area plan. We will no longer have a Housing Navigator program. We were able to maintain housing navigation language and assistance because we were able to identify other funding that will allow us to support our aging population with those needs. But we will no longer have a Housing Navigator program, nor any local contact agency projects activities funded through the agency. And so We already did our closeout plan. It's been executed with no issues or concerns, and the last day will be May 31st. Any questions on any of that? Well, thank you for approving the area plan. It is a milestone after we went through so many closing attempts last year. We're still standing, and this is why we continue to be in compliance. This is why we continue to ride this bike until the wheels falls off. Thank you all.
Very good. Thank you. Next item is public safety.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Good afternoon, all. Thank you very much for being here today. No action items this time, so we take a break from that one. I did want to echo what Mr. Cruz said earlier today on the funding for DHS. On that, some additional funding was made available through the SAFER grant and the AFG grant. These are geared more towards firefighters. Those are FEMA-only grants that can be applied to. The current applications May 19th to June 22nd. For those jurisdictions interested, please contact myself or Mr. Cruz for the THIRA and SPR. You do need to reference those documents if you intend to apply to those grants. Again, that's all through FEMA specifically. Along with our report, we continue to service the region, both through our Criminal Justice Division and Homeland Security Division. We are pending all of that funding coming down, and we do expect the resolution pretty soon, coming probably in June or July on the 25 allocation for Homeland Security and the 26 allocation as well. With those allocations, we'll inform the recipients through the governor's office on what needs to happen with that funding source as it becomes available. Criminal justice items tend to become available in October, so more to follow on that. But as I find out, I'll let you all know. On our 911 side of the house, our GIS division, they did work with the newly formed Emergency Service District 5 and 6 to update some mapping software. So we got that updated as well. Assisting ESD 5 and 6 in the Mission Alton area. So now you have a dedicated mapping area for that. Our IT division as well was working with all the public safety answering points and updating system and software to make sure that everything continues to operate smoothly and transfer those services to a new provider that will be lower in cost in the near future. Our public education team has been busy as well. As you can see in the report, they're out and about almost every day. It's almost impossible to keep track of them, but that's their job, to be out there. From the city of Mission to Alton to Rise Adelante with other community-based organizations, they're out there. So if you have a need for RGV 911 staff to make an appearance, let us know and we'll send the team out there. Last but not least, I did want to take a brief minute or a brief second more than anything is our newly formed RGV Public Safety Emergency Communication Conference. Through efforts from last year through the LISTO conference and through the Public Wellness Seminar, we will now be combining efforts. This is the Criminal Justice Division, Homeland Security Division, and RGV 911 to bring this conference. This year, we were able to secure the South Padre Island Convention Center. So this conference will be taking place at that location with the host hotel being the Margaritaville at the GSA rate, mind you. So those who are interested can sign up for the GSA rate at the Margaritaville. For those that are interested in registering, it's a $50 cost. So we're able to bring that down even further from last year from $100 or $75 to now $50 a person. And this is coming up October 14th through the 16th of 2026. Pending your questions, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, next item is our Police Academy program.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I continue with my action items, Madam Mayor, thank you so much for your leadership. As everybody knows, we have a collaboration with the City of Mission, with our Police Academy. You've always been very supportive. We continue to look forward to working with the City of Mission and the Mission Police Department. So thank you for your leadership, ma'am.
Thank you.
Today I have two action items. My first action item, I ask for consideration and action to approve an interlocal agreement between the Lower Rio Grande Valley Academy and the City of Donna, Texas for the surplus and donation of LRGV Academy police vehicles to the City of Donna, Texas, to the Donna Police Department. These police vehicles, we no longer have a use for them. Putting money to restore them is not feasible. However, the Donna Police Department, through their shooting range, can still utilize them as props for law enforcement. And they will also be utilized to teach officers how to take proper cover and concealment for certain ballistics. So in short, they're going to be shot up. And we ask for your action and consideration to approve.
Right? All right. There's a motion and a second to approve the interlocal with the City of Donna. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. My second action item, we've been given a mandate by the United States Office of Veteran Affairs. Any institution who accepts GI Bill as a form of tuition payment is now required to create a policy which stipulates that veterans cannot be denied entry into an academy for the purposes of payment being delayed through the VA. We must also stipulate in the policy that we cannot enforce a late fee, and we cannot deny any veteran access to any of the resources that is under our control. So we ask for your consideration and action to approve the addition of a new policy to the LRGV Academy enrollment requirements for United States military veterans.
Motion.
There's a motion and a second to approve the new policies. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick report. Last week, we commenced our 234th LRGV Academy in the city of Rio Grande City. This will be our second police academy to take place in Stark County. They are underway. Our current Mission Police Academy, which is our 232nd, is in their final phase of training. They have less than a month of training to go and are set to graduate on July 16th. Mayor, I will send you that invitation for the ceremony.
Thank you.
Our 233rd Part-Time Police Academy cadets have survived phase 1 of training. They will move on to phase 2 this coming week, where they will begin to learn traffic law and recognition of intoxicated impaired drivers. Our training report for the month, we held 3 in-service courses, trained 82 officers with a total of 2,376 contact hours of instruction. The last thing I wish to report, last week, all week, I was in Amarillo, Texas at the National Narcotic Detector Dog Association. We were working closely with the Amarillo Police Department and the NNDDA at the 2026 National Police Canine Conference. In a pinch, they asked us to report their training hours because their training provider fell through, so we reported those hours for them. What I wish to say about that is that this conference is attended by hundreds of police canine teams and law enforcement professionals annually. Wherever this conference is held, it brings in tens of thousands of dollars in revenue to the cities who host the conference. Next year in 2027, the conference is going to be held in El Paso, Texas, where I'm happy to say that the LRGV Academy has been selected as a finalist to host the 2028 National Police Canine Conference. So next year, hopefully, I will be attending the conference next year, and we'll be presenting against the cities of Thibodaux, Louisiana, San Angelo, Texas, and Lexington, Kentucky. Those are the other finalists. I'm going to be trying to bring an effort to bring it to South Padre Island, Texas. So that is my report. If anybody has any questions. Thank you. Have a
Good
wonderful
job.
afternoon.
Thank you. Next item is transportation, Valley Metro.
Good afternoon, board members. Thank you all for being here. In the case that you need a ride home, we do have Route 31. If you're not sure where it stops, you can also use our Transloc app. I encourage you, as well as your people, to also download it so that way we have more people using our platform. I have one action item today. Our action item is consideration and action to rescind prior board approval authorizing the acceptance of the 7 MCI coach buses from Green Mountain. Valley Metro is seeking the board's approval to formally rescind the prior authorization approved in March 2025 regarding the transfer and acceptance of the commuter buses from Green Mountain Transit. At the time of the original board action, Valley Metro was working with active coordination timelines with GMT's request for acknowledgement of interest into the buses, and the full on-site operational assessment had not yet been completed. Following the additional operational maintenance infrastructure and fiscal review conducted by Valley Metro staff, concerns were identified regarding the long-term operational capability, rehabilitation investment into facility limitations, and overall financial sustainability And because the original transfer received formal board approval, staff is returning this item to board to formally rescind the prior action and allow Valley Metro to coordinate any necessary closeout with FTA Region 6.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion? Or any questions? Okay, there's a motion and a second to rescind the prior approval authorizing acceptance of 7 MCI coach buses. All in favor to rescind this authorization, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We do have our Raleigh Metro ridership snapshot. We did make a small adjustment prior to many years of providing over 12 pages of riderships. We adjusted to provide an overall monthly capture as well as a year-over-year ridership and then top performing routes that we have. So just a report for April 2026, we had about a 35+% year-over-year change from previous year. And then the overall year-over-year ridership was 339,000, which is a 36% increase from last fiscal year. And then this month we did meet with the RTAP. We continue to meet with our partner agencies, collaborating on expansion of services and just providing overall better service. And then our last item is an update for our regional public transportation coordination plan. We did have an update with our project manager. We switched from Mr. Richard Sampson to Todd Hansen. There has been significant improvements this month. We've had the soliciting of our survey links with our partner agencies, and we continue to meet with their stakeholder interviewees as well. So they may have already reached out to you guys, and I encourage you guys to participate so that way we're able to provide the most up-to-date info. That's it for us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next item is MPO. I don't think Mr. Medina is here. Okay. All right. Anything else? Program status reports?
No, nothing else unless anybody has any new or unfinished business other than our next meeting is June 24th.
Okay.
Same location, same time.
Is
It's not about the plaque, is it?
I just wanted to commend Mayor Nori for her leadership. It was extremely difficult. And I know that we have an amazing team here, and Manny does such great work and does a lot of the legwork to make things easier. But at the end of the day, the realities of funding being stripped and dealing with those stressors, I think you handled it with such grace, and you did such a great job advocating for this body. And I just wanted to commend you for your service, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I do have one last request. Do we have an update on our levels at the reservoirs?
We haven't changed very much.
No? Okay. Well, I was hoping for good news.
Yeah, right around 27%. So
Okay.
it's staying steady on that. I mean, all the municipal accounts are full. The agriculture is really one that's really taking the brunt of that. And a lot of action on groundwater. I even saw, I think, that's which, one of the other counties around Raymondville, you guys are doing a little bit of that. And so I think people are interested in rainwater. We'll see how that goes. And otherwise, pray for rain.
Yes. Okay.
We had some good rain today.
Yes, we did. Okay. Thank you, Mayor. All right. So there being no other business, is there a motion to adjourn? Motion?
Second.
Second to adjourn. Thank you so much. All in favor, say aye. Thank you. Bye-bye.